Something I really see trending now in youth is stand-up comedy. I personally love stand-up comedy. I'm a big fan. I think it's really hard, one, and people don't understand that it's an art and a technique, and it really takes creativity to make witty jokes or clever jokes and on a constant basis stay fresh. And I've always liked stand-up comedy. Back when I was in junior high and in high school, it didn't seem at that time, 7, 8 years ago, that a lot of youth were too interested in it. It didn't really catch everybody's eye. Not too many people were into it. But nowadays, you got the Kevin Harts and the Mike Epps and the Carlos Mencias and the Dane Cooks and the Cat Williams and all the other thousand stand-up comedians out there. And they're really gaining influence in this youth culture. And if you look on people's Twitters, everybody's following Kevin Hart. Everybody's following Mike Epps because you want to know what they're saying. Everybody can almost recite their stand-ups word for word. And it's really become something that's catching this young generation's eyes. And the issue with this topic is that it's affecting their speech inside and outside of the church. But particularly inside the church, youth groups, there's no conviction for saying something derogatory or saying something that's crude. We feel that just because we blank out the word, that it doesn't mean that it's bad. And the Bible is clear on our speech. Ephesians 5:4 says, "Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor coarse gesturing," which is also translated crude humor, "which are not fitting, but rather give thanks." It's talking about what we should say. And Ephesians 4:29 talks about, "Don't let any corrupt, unwholesome speech or talk come out of your mouth, but only building up." And in watching this, we kind of desensitize this, and we take what's big on the Bible about our tongue, James talking about, taming the tongue, and we feel that we just can say anything. And a lot of times we're quoting stand-ups nowadays, which were a lot more crude and filled with a lot more foul language, and it's a regular part of our speech that youth are quoting it every day to other people. It's the new thing to know and to memorize. And the issue with this, as Christians, in the scripture, it talks about having our speech seasoned with salt. And if we're shedding light, but our mouth and our speech are not showing it, it's a big contradiction. And especially in the youth, to where if you're growing in the Lord, your convictions grow, and you really aren't aware of it until you mature. But before that, when you see it, you just repeat it. And it's something that I really see this issue, because nowadays you can go to a youth group and they're laughing, and it's great to laugh, but for the wrong reasons. Just because it's funny doesn't mean it's right or it's okay or it's godly. So that's my trend and my issue. And I really feel the way to really progress in this spiritually, or to really overcome it in a sense, is to go back and to say, man, this might be funny, but I'm not going to say it. Or I'm not going to watch it because I don't want that to come out of my mouth. So, there it goes.